Hey guys, what's up? It's Jess here, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Today I'm discussing one of my favorite topics regarding mindset that I think we could all use a little help on, and that is how to overcome your limiting beliefs. Yeah, limiting beliefs really suck. And how I defined a limiting belief is basically a thought that you keep thinking that is just stopping you from doing something that you want to do in life, achieve something, really anything. It's kind of just blocking you from what you really want. So I like to keep things really straightforward, and I broke down my own process, how I've overcome past limiting beliefs, into 6 easy steps. So I'm going to share them with you in this video. So step number 1, write out your negative beliefs. Just writing out or verbalizing what your negative beliefs are is basically the first step in defining what it is and then being able to overcome it. And how I go ahead and define my limiting beliefs is I just ask myself, what's stopping me? What are my fears? What's holding me back? So I'll share a couple of my limiting beliefs that I've had over the past year or so, and how I've been working through them. So a few of my recent ones, by the way, I'm reading notes off my phone. That's why I keep looking down. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Is that if I change the focus of my business, I'm starting from scratch and I'm gonna be behind my peers. So that's a business related limiting belief. One more related to relationships was I can't meet a right guy at this point in my life. I need to be more established. And then my last one is that if I share too much personal info on my blog and social media, I'm gonna come across unprofessional and people are gonna judge me. So those are just a few that I've gone through, and you can probably see that by me having those, that's gonna stop me from getting a lot of things that I am trying to, work towards in life. Like a really happy, healthy relationship, and growing my business and my social media audience and all those things. So step number 2 is determine what instilled these beliefs. Because we're influenced by so many things: news, media, friends, family, society in general. It's not like we implanted these beliefs in our own head. We're kind of absorbing all this info from different outside sources, and then we're just constantly thinking it, and we're constantly being fed these thoughts, these beliefs, and that's what creates that limiting thought. That limiting belief. And where a lot of our limiting beliefs come from is from childhood. Apparently, most of your brain and most of your beliefs around the world are developed from ages 0 to 7. So if you've gone through any sort of traumatic event, or even just watching how your parents were when they were growing up, or any family member that you're close with, that's gonna shape your current beliefs, even though it was so long ago and you probably were not even aware of what was going on at that time because you were so young. So for me, when I was trying to figure out the source of these beliefs, I just had to think back to really what was going on when I was younger. What would have made me think that and now adopt these beliefs that are stopping me in life. I know, for example, my dad, a lot of people will change careers in their life, and I know that he had a business. He decided to sell that business and then went down a different career path and had to take a salary cut. And he was had kids already, had a house, so he was well into adulthood and all that stuff. So, and then compared to his friends or colleagues or whatever, it kind of seemed like he was maybe behind in life. Not that I really believe that that's a thing, but when you're comparing yourself to others, that's kind of how I think it makes you feel. So I can kind of see how watching him grow up, being my dad, that I'm gonna be worried that if I don't just keep trucking along, if I want to completely start over, that I'm gonna be behind everybody else that's my age. And that's just a fear of mine, and it's stopping me from, I guess, pivoting business and what I want to do in terms of my job, my career, and all those things, because I don't want to feel I'm starting over and that I'm falling behind everybody else. Now, for my limiting belief in regards to relationships and not feeling like I can attract the right guy at this point in my life and that I need to be further along, is I don't know where this one actually came from, but I guess I've seen a lot of ambitious women get into relationships and then outgrow their partner, and their partner is not, I don't know, able to keep up with them, not able to just support their dreams, their goals, and they kind of end up on completely different pages. So I don't know, I guess for me observing that, I'm like, well, I'm in this growth phase and I have so many things that I want to do. Like, maybe I have to wait till I'm more established, more accomplished, and then I can find someone who's on my level. Because I guess I have this belief that, right, like attracts like, and if I want someone who is equally ambitious and is just really just designing this life that they love, then I need to already have that in place. Otherwise, I'm gonna just find someone and then I'm gonna outgrow them. And that is honestly the pattern I've gone through in past relationships. So I have to kind of work past that belief. And don't worry, we're gonna get to how I'm doing that later in this video. So for my next limiting belief, the whole like, in regards to like really being authentic online and coming across as unprofessional, I don't know, social media is like this one big highlight reel, right? And everyone's posting their best moments, they're leaving out all the, you know, real life stuff and drama and obstacles. And I guess I just think if I share that no one's gonna want to work with someone who doesn't have their life together. And I guess another thing is like when I was growing up, like I was always really scared of like bullies and like me being sensitive and like in tune with my emotions and caring for others. Like I didn't want my kindness to be seen as a weakness, and I didn't want people to take advantage of that. So I guess that has also left that impression with me now. So yeah, that's some pretty heavy stuff, and I can't believe I'm sharing like all of these details with you. This is like kind of something I'd only share with my best friend, but I think you need some examples for this video. So third step is determine your new positive belief. So this is like the happy part of the process, thank God. And really it's just determining what is the new belief you want to believe. And yes, you get to decide what that is. You don't have to listen to what anybody else thinks. So it's really up to you to define. And I'm like, I don't want those negative thinking patterns to disrupt anything anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and change it. So this is how I've changed my 3 limiting beliefs. From, if I change the focus of my business, I'm starting from scratch and I'll be behind my peers. My new belief is now, there is no such thing as being behind. Everyone has their own timeline. And the sooner I pursue the path that I feel most aligned with, the better. I'm not starting from scratch. I'm refining my vision the more I learn about myself. See, that's already feels so much better. Just like a weight has been lifted. And honestly, I feel like it's way more true. So next one is the whole, I can't meet the right guy at this point in my life. I need to be more established. New belief, my right partner won't judge where I'm at in my journey. They will love and appreciate me as a person, or as the person I am. Neither of us have to be established when we meet. We just need the same life goals and values, and together we can build a successful life. Again, I love how that makes me feel. And then third one, so changing the negative one. If I share too much personal info on my blog and social media, I will come across as unprofessional and people will judge me. To the new belief, I would rather be authentically myself than present a perfect image. My experiences in life may help someone, which is reason enough to share. People will judge you no matter what, so you may as well do what you truly want to do in life and be your authentic self. So yeah, I feel like, you know, you have a good new positive belief when it just like makes you feel so good to read it. Okay, so after you've done these 3 steps, number 4 is look for evidence. Because it's gonna take some time for these new beliefs to sink in. Something to speed up the process is to see people who are already embodying these new beliefs. And then you can start being like, oh, someone else is already doing it, therefore I can too. So what I do is I look for role models that are already embodying these new beliefs, and those are just people I look up to. So I've gone out and purposely found people that have pivoted their business and are completely started over, but they are just so happy they're on the right course, and that didn't hinder their success at all. If anything, it made them blossom and grow more. I guess I also have been looking for couples that have, they had the same goals and vision for their life, and they met before either one of them was established. And I find that I've found several like influencer couples that were like that, and they are so fun to follow on social media. So you know, influencers are more than just looking to them for outfit inspo. I'm looking for them for like relationship inspo too, I guess. And then lastly, I've also just found people that I look up to who share their most vulnerable parts of themselves with the world, and that instead of being like faced with like judgment and like mean comments, they're really just inspiring people and receiving a lot of love back from their audience. Finding people like that is proof to me that these new beliefs are possible and attainable for myself. Now, another step that I do when trying to shift these negative beliefs is I just try to think, what's the worst case scenario and how will I overcome it? So this may sound a little dark, but it really just puts it into perspective, because sometimes it's not that bad and you can overcome anything. So once you just realize what is the absolute worst case, you're not gonna die. So you're gonna be good. So again, for my examples, in regards to my first one, if I change directions in my business and I completely fail, I'm like, well, what does failing even really mean? Is it creating a product or launching a new service and no one buys it? Or is it like people stop following me or I make zero money? I guess worst case is, I don't know, no one cares what I'm doing, no one's buying it, but I can always pivot again. There's nothing stopping me. People launch new things every day that aren't successful. And I'm really just trying to find my best path anyways. And I guess another worst case is I could always go get a job. I've worked tons of part-time jobs in my life. I've worked a 9-to-5 job too. So if I'm like really that desperate for money, cool, I'll go get a job. It's not that bad. I live at least in Canada, and it's a great country and there's lots of opportunity, and I guess just that is a blessing in itself. Like, I don't mind being a barista or a server if I need to. And I guess knowing like I'm never gonna be so broke that I live on the street. I do have family, they have a house. I guess the worst case would also just be moving back home, which I've done that and it's not that bad. I love my family and I get to, if anything, spend more time with them. So yeah, by helping frame this whole, oh no one's gonna buy it, what if I need money, what if I need to move home? Okay, that is the worst case and you're still gonna be okay. And if anything, you're gonna always learn from the experience and be able to do like better next time. There is no really such thing as failing as long as you keep trying. So worst case number 2 with regards to relationships is I don't meet a partner now or ever. And ever really seems a little extreme. Maybe it takes a while, maybe it takes several years. But, and I mean, that would kind of suck if I have to wait like 10 plus years to meet someone that I want to be with and that wants to be with me. But I'm having, I guess worst case is, okay, I'm alone for that time, but I've been single for almost 2.5 years now. If anything, I'm the happiest I've been. I have a career that I love. I have so many friends and family that love me and support me. I'm having tons of fun with what I'm doing. I'm living in Toronto and I've always wanted to live here. I'm traveling a lot. I'm just really growing as a person in this stage and learning how to love myself. So again, the worst case isn't that bad. And then I guess worst case number 3 is if I share too much personal info with the world and people judge me. I guess that they could leave hateful comments or just stop following me altogether. Oh no, if people stop following you, it's not that big a deal. It's just social media. And honestly, if I'm being authentically me and not hurting anyone and actually have good intentions, I don't know, people are always gonna judge what you do. I think you just have to be okay with yourself and what you're putting out there. Yeah, I don't know. You can't live your life just being always worried that people are gonna judge you. I think it's gonna happen regardless. So you might as well just be completely yourself and do life how you want to. But overall, from all these 3 worst case scenarios, I'm still gonna be okay if they happen. My last point for overcoming your limiting beliefs is to recite affirmations. So reciting affirmations is basically rewiring how your brain thinks. Now, some people may see it as you're just reciting a lie to yourself, but really, I think you're just stating what you know can already be true. And when you say a statement over and over again, a belief is really just a thought that you keep thinking. So if you want to change your beliefs, you need to have a new thought on loop going on in your subconscious. So I'll share a few general positive affirmations. I mean, you can get way more specific. I have like a lot that I say to myself, but I'll just share a few general ones that I think will help anyone's overall well-being. And the ones that I like are: everything is always working out for me. Happiness is my natural state of being. I am a creator. Money flows easily to me. And I am surrounded by love. I hope you guys found these 6 different steps for removing your limiting beliefs helpful, and that you can totally rewire your negative thinking patterns to be more positive. And hopefully these new positive ways will become habitual and just reshape your life. And lastly, if you see someone who's living life the way you want to, don't become jealous. Let it sink in that if they can do it, I can do it too. Because it's reaffirming that what you want is completely possible. So yes, thank you guys for watching. I do have a free checklist for you. If you're interested, you can download it in the link below in the description box or whatever in this video. And it is 50 ways to raise your vibration, because I know we are all wanting to get on that high frequency and live a better life. So yeah, you can download it for free. It'll be sent right to your inbox. But yes, see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.